Right, good morning and welcome to another session of my YouTube channel. Is mis brians iris vartin in Greece Lisa Curi Lou McKinnon. My name is Dr. Brian George Martin McHenry, and I'm coming to you from Tralee in Ireland, Tralee in County Kerry in Ireland. And I have just listened to Simon Harris's interview on CNN with Christina Amnapour, and whilst it was good, unfortunately it's still lacking in something which will ensure peace in the Middle East for all the decades to come. I am a former army officer. I served in Lebanon 40 years ago. I returned from Lebanon in May, whatever 40 years ago was, 1984. And I was also a combat intelligence officer with the army. And in fact, if I was still in the army, which in a sense I still am, because intelligence officers never retire, then I would be the one who would be advising the Taoiseach on the actions to take in this particular instance. So I am advising the Taoiseach now. And two-state solutions, international, whatever, are fine in theory, but they do on their own, they do not work. What we need are the most modern technology of peace that has been created in the world. Technologies based on the unified field theories of physics, technologies based on the most advanced technologies of the mind, technologies based on the most ancient knowledge in the world, and I believe technologies which are rooted in the Irish tradition, the Gaelic tradition of knowledge. All of this coming together to produce what are known as the technologies of consciousness. And these are the internationally recognized Transcendental Meditation Program and the internationally recognized Vedic or Yogic Flying Program. Now, as a scientist, I also have a PhD in computation in modern science. As a scientist, I do believe in promulgating knowledge which has been shown to work. And there has been 43 studies conducted and 29 published studies on the efficacy of groups of coherence creators actually creating peace. And many of these studies were centered on the Middle East. And in fact, when I was in Lebanon, there was an extraordinarily quiet period during the whole war in Lebanon. And one of the reasons for that, I believe, was something I found out much later than when we had returned 10 years later, in fact, that there was a major study being conducted in Israel on the efficacy of coherence creating groups at creating peace, even in the case of outright war, as the war in Lebanon was at that time. So, Taoiseach, Taoiseach, members of the cabinet, I implore you to look at this knowledge, look at this technology before it becomes too late for all of us. The world is precipitating on a very dangerous situation, and it is time for Ireland to act, either in conjunction with Spain and Norway and other countries, those who have an interest in peace. But two-state solutions are simply not enough. The Irish Good Friday Agreement, while an exemplar, is not enough. That strategy is not enough. Ireland have enough technology, enough research capabilities. Hand a research study to the CSO and let them, as an independent body, gather statistics from the United Nations, from UN reports, and produce an independently verified report for the Irish government, which I am sure will show that if you have a coherence creating group in the Middle East, then that group will produce an effect which is verifiable, and do this immediately, because tomorrow may be too late. I won't say any more, but things are getting very fraught and very dangerous. Thank you, goodbye, and I leave it at that.